Most of us get dressed every day without realizing we are borrowing from the same world that dressed Joseph, Daniel, and Esther, and God still used them. Let us walk it out. Egypt, eyeliner, and Joseph ancient Egyptian style was not neutral. Thick black liner copied the Eye of Horus and Eye of Ra. Wigs and braids could picture the Nile River, which symbolized fertility and life. Perfumes and oils were offered to gods like Ra, Osiris, Isis, and Hathor. Now picture Joseph. When Pharaoh promoted Joseph, he did three things. He dressed Joseph in fine linen, put a gold chain around his neck, and gave him the royal signet ring and chariot. In Egypt, that outfit screamed something very specific. Linen was priestly and elite. The signet ring and chain carried Pharaoh's authority, which was tied to gods like Ra and Horus. The chariot marked Joseph as second in command in a system that literally treated Pharaoh as a god. On the outside, Joseph looked like an Egyptian official shaped by their gods. On the inside, he still served the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. God judged Joseph by his loyalty and his integrity, not by the symbolism built into his clothes. Babylon drip, Babylon names, and Daniel now jumped to Babylon. Daniel and his friends were taken into a training program that used Babylonian fashion and Babylonian religion as one package. They learned the language and literature of the Chaldeans. They ate from the king's table, which Daniel resisted. They were given new names that honored pagan gods. Daniel became Belteshazzar, tied to Bel or Marduk. Hananiah became Shadrach, linked to Aku, a moon god. Mishael became Meshach. Azariah became Abednego, which means servant of Nabu or Nebo, a Babylonian deity of wisdom and writing. Here is the part that hits hard. Most Christians know the Babylonian names better than the Hebrew ones. We say Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, not Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Later, when Daniel interpreted the writing on the wall, the king clothed him in purple and put a gold chain around his neck. In Babylon, purple robes and gold chains were royal status symbols tied to a system that worshipped Marduk, Ishtar, and others. Again, the outfit carried pagan meaning in that culture. Yet, Scripture honors Daniel for refusing to bow, for praying, and for staying faithful in that same court. Persian glam and Esther. Now think about Esther. She went through 12 months of beauty treatments. 6 months with oil of myrrh, 6 months with perfumes and cosmetics before she ever saw the king. Those were not church conference oils. They came from a Persian royal culture that honored Ahura Mazda and local deities. Then Esther put on her royal robes to enter the throne room. Those garments signaled she belonged to the Persian king and his court, not to a Hebrew village. Yet God used Esther, in that dress, in that palace, to save her people. Here is what ties this together. Joseph wore Egyptian authority on his body. Daniel and his friends wore Babylonian robes and carried names that honored foreign gods like Marduk, Aku, and Nabu. Esther wore Persian royal glam created in a pagan system. Their clothing and even their names were saturated with symbols that pointed to other gods. But their hearts, their choices, and their witness pointed to the Lord. So if someone says, that symbol looks Egyptian or Babylonian, so it must be pagan, they need to explain why God still honored Joseph in linen, Daniel in purple robes, and Esther in royal beauty treatments. Condemning something only because of where it came from is the genetic fallacy. Origins matter, but they are not the only thing that matters. The real questions are the same ones God used with Joseph, Daniel, and Esther. What story does your life tell inside that system? Who are you serving? What fruit shows up when you stand under pressure? If this helps you see symbols and style with clearer eyes, share it with someone wrestling over BGLOs, fashion, or culture, and ask, are we judging by old labels on the outside or by the God who holds the inside?